Hello everybody and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host, and today I bring you a game called Into the Wyrd and Wild, a book that was published thanks to a Kickstarter effort and that I've had in my power for a little while now, but I thought I wanted to show it to you, not from the point of view of what the game is like, but actually what the production value is like and what my first impressions of this game are. It looks pretty cool from the offset, I have to say, but I'm about to find out if this game is worth the amount of money that you have to pay to get your hands on it, and I am about to tell you. Welcome to the GMS Magazine RPG unbooking videos. Into the Wyrd and Wild has been written by Mr. Charles Avery, and it's a soft back, kind of black and white, but with some colors around it, book that fits very nicely into pretty much any bag, and it has about 240 pages, which is a very easy to handle book, and I like it. The cover is just as bizarre as the contents of the book. There is no title, there is no author, there is absolutely zero information as to what this book is all about. We only have it in the spine, and even here we don't get the author's name or anything, and it's not until we hit the back of the book that we find out that this is a role-playing game. It's a very dark, really twisted fantasy game that's been written in a system-neutral kind of way, so you can use it with Pathfinder, with D&D, 13th Age, whatever it is that you're happening to be playing at the time. That can be both a blessing and a curse, and I don't know which one of them it is for this book just yet. I'm gonna have to read it before I can tell you that. Production value, what is it like? Well, it's a perfect bound, which seems to be strong enough. The cover is a little bit on the flimsy side, I have to say. I don't mind, soft covers, but this feels a little bit, because it's not been laminated and it's a matte cover, it feels a little bit on the flimsy side. The inside, though, it's very well printed. I like the quality of the paper quite a lot. It has a very simple table of contents, which we will study in great detail later on, and then the book comes in. Just to say that Charles has actually done the design, the layout, and most of the illustrations of this book, which means that he's either a madman or a blooming genius, because doing that is a ton of work and a massive risk. So wow, my respect for that. It's quite an undertaking. So what do we have inside? Inside we have some cool illustrations, a fairly simple, although a little bit tight layout. I think this could have done with the font being 1 point smaller to allow it to breathe a little bit more, separating, for instance, the paragraphs between one and another, make it slightly easier to read and not so tight. But on the good side, they've actually respected the space in the middle, so it's this, the edge of the column doesn't go into the spine of the book. The whole thing is full of illustrations, which is very cool. For such a small book, the fact that they've also devoted so much space for illustrations is great, because it gives me a very good idea of what the atmosphere of the game is like. I really enjoy that, and I'm a visual freak, so I love these sort of things. Plenty of them, plenty of tables, it would seem. Rules for madness, beasts of branch and bone, whatever that means. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning regarding having some splashes of colors. There are a few of these color illustrations. This style very much remind me of Never Going Home as well, and I absolutely love it. Really like it. There are some more around the book. Let's find some like this. And as I said, this is an adult kind of game, so get ready to find some really disturbing images all over the place. This is holding absolutely zero punches within it, and that I like lots and lots and lots. This is incredibly attractive, extremely attractive. The premise of the game is that the wild is this dark, twisted forest that civilization has pretty much forgotten about, but it's very much still there. So when you try to go in, you're going to find all these absolutely horrific creatures that don't care for you or about you at all. So you are on your own. What the premise of the game is actually the basis for adventuring, I don't know yet. I need to read it. But what it is, the basic premise, I really like, because it feels like Brother Grimm's on steroids, and that is very attractive to me. The table of contents, there are some rules, not very many, which I like. This is depending on the fact that you already know the rules of the game that you're going to play this with, but there are, from page 27 all the way to page 32, we have beasts, and that is absolutely fantastic. I love my bestiaries, so if you're giving me this, you're making a very happy geek, so this is good. There are plenty of things, you know, they are surviving the night, the hunt, cleaning a body, moon phases, which I reckon that means that the moon is going to have an effect on how the forest goes, which is a very pagan thing, which I love. So that's great. The Call of the Wild, I'm guessing that this is going to be about why are you going into there, so into the wild when it's so dangerous? Why aren't you staying within the safe confines of your walls and civilization? What are the factions, artifacts, and then the Dungeon of Tree and Stones, which it has a section on how to generate the faction, the dungeon itself. The whole thing, it just makes me want to read it. It seems to be absolutely full of things that are going to challenge me, as a player and both, and as a character as well. And this is very interesting. Production, yes, I wish we had seen this in hardcover. It would have been a lot better, but to be honest, I cannot remember what the campaign was like, or even how much I paid for this. I suppose about 20 euros, give or take. But what I've seen so far is actually made me very excited about reading this book. So if you're looking for something weird and wild, I don't think you're going to be able to go wrong with this. So yes, have a go. Take a look at it, because from the point of view of production, this seems to be worth the amount of money I paid to get my hands on it. So well done. I think what you've done in here, all the illustrations and everything, it's looking superb, and I hope we are going to see a lot more coming out in the next months and years. So I'm going to keep an eye on you. Thank you very much indeed for watching. It is truly appreciated. If you have already read or played this book, I'd love to hear what you have to say. I really appreciate your opinions. So let me know. Leave me a comment down there, and remember to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. But until the next time, I hope you're keeping safe out there, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.